I look at the Philadelphia Eagles in their offseason, they got about, according to Over the Cap, they got about $19.5 million in salary cap. But they have a lot of big time free agents. And you mentioned a couple of them earlier, Kaynen. I mean, we got Zach Bond. I mean, you can make an argument Zach Bond was maybe the first or second best inside linebacker in all of football this year. And he was one of the catalysts of the teams. And I think since inside linebackers don't get paid a lot of money, I think he would be a good candidate for the Eagles to be able to re-sign. You look at a guy like Josh Sweat. Pass rushers get paid a lot of money, and he did have a great Super Bowl. But I feel like with the Philadelphia Eagles having Nolan Smith, having Jackson Hunt, and I think they're probably going to spend one of their top draft picks on an edge rusher, I feel like Josh Sweat they probably won't be able to keep. But that's going to be a top free agent they're going to lose. They're also probably going to lose one of their good defensive tackles, Milton Williams. Now, Milton Williams was their number 2 defensive tackle alongside Jalen Carter. Jalen Carter is their all-pro. But they do got a guy behind Milton Williams and Jordan Davis, who they drafted in the first round, who, when he plays, is a beast as well, and he's primed for a breakout year. And I think what they're going to do is let Milton Williams go to free agency and get paid, and I think Jordan Davis will come in as the number 2 defensive tackle to replace him. But that's another big-time free agent they're going to lose. You also got Brandon Graham, who's probably going to either retire or move on. But he seems to be past his prime, so that won't be a huge loss. Just some depth that they will lose. Oren Burks, who's a good depth linebacker, they're probably going to lose him. They're probably going to lose one of their depth corners as well, and Isaiah Rodgers. And then, like you mentioned earlier, Mekhi Becton. He's one of their good guards. And the Philadelphia Eagles, they're predicated on their offensive line. That's what makes everything work for them, and they obviously have to keep all their offensive linemen. So I think they're probably going to re-sign Becton. They're probably going to re-sign Vaughn, but they're probably going to lose their other free agents. And then they have the 32nd pick in the draft. They're definitely going to need an edge rusher, so they're probably going to spend one of those top picks on that. They could probably use another wide receiver to go along with Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown.